Frankly, boy, I'm wavy. I ain't talking about no ocean. Ain't had no pot to piss in, boy. I came up on...
Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy CY. This is actually the second time I had to record this video because I had some problems the first time, so I'm a little upset, but we're still gonna crank through this. I wanted to bring this to you anyways. The scheme that I'm gonna be going over today is going to be out of the Bears playbook is what I'm going to be showing you out of, but this formation can also be found in the 49ers, Colts, Cowboys, Dolphins, Eagles, Falcons, Jaguars, Lions, Rams, Redskins, and the Vikings playbooks. So as you can see, this scheme can probably be found in a lot of different playbooks. So the scheme is designed to be a no huddle, hurry up scheme, and the scheme works best when you are keeping your opponent on his toes. This scheme uses mainly the stock quick audibles to hit on all sides of the field. This is a simple scheme that can be run every now and then for a drive here and there, but I would not sit in the scheme all game long because it can be stopped with the right adjustments. So let's get right into it. So we're going to be coming out in the personnel of, it's going to be one running back, one tight end, 3 wide receivers, and it's going to be the doubles Y off week. So I'm just going to show you how that'd be in formations. Gun doubles Y off week right here. So we're going to click on that, and there's a lot of great plays throughout this formation, but just for the sake of this video and what we're going to accomplish with the scheme, we're not going to cover those. We'll probably cover those in another video. So for this scheme variation we're going to be doing, we're going to come out in the 0-1 trap. Okay, we're just going to match personnel, random nickel them. So this is going to be our bread and butter, because the first play in the scheme is the 0-1 trap, and we're actually going to respot the ball here, give us a little bit more room, bring it back to like the 25 here. Sorry. Alright, so 25. Now this is a very effective run. This run is extremely hard to stop, and it is the bread and butter of this scheme. This is the run you want to keep your opponent committed to stopping. Like, we're going to run this play religiously and mix it up as we go. So we'll see what they're in. So they're in a completely zero blitz. This would just show you how effective the run is, I guess. We still gained 4 yards. So then they're going to be in another blitz, but we'll see. So yeah, if they're going to sit here and man blitz you the whole time, I'm not too sure I would run this like that, but we'll see. So anyways, it's going to look more so like that. We're usually going to break through that little seam, truck the defender. We'll see. Again, they're blitzing the hell out of us. You can see those safeties coming up, but we're still gaining a 3 to 4 yards even when they're blitzing. I'm hoping to catch them in a coverage, you know, like most people play, but apparently they don't want to give us that look. So for the sake of this video, it looks like they're just going to fuck us over. This is another blitz, but we're still going to gain some yards. We're still going to gain about 4 to 5 yards right there. Another blitz. Still gain 5 to 6 yards. I just want to show you the effectiveness of a coverage, but they're just going to keep blitzing, it looks like. Anyways, I guess I'm just going to audible them to like a cover 3 or something if they're not in one. Yeah, we're just going to audible. So now they're in actual coverage. We're going to show you what this looks like. And that's what it's going to look like when they're in an actual coverage and not just bullshitting their way through here and blitzing everybody every play. This play is absolutely phenomenal, and I can't stress this enough. Given our opponent is in like the whatever you want to call it formation where the 2 linebackers are pinched in, it's kind of weird looking to run out of here, but we're just going to come out here and put them in normal coverage now because I can't trust them to pick their own plays. And this play is like extremely effective, guys. Like, I can't stress this enough. This is a monster run play. I'm going to show you a couple more times before we get in. But in my last video, I was able to show you more of the big play potential. They were running some different sets on us. In this video, we're not really getting as much big play potential, but in game, it is just so much different ran. Like, it runs so much different. That holes where these guys are jumping off the blocks don't really happen. I mean, given we are going up against the Bears or the Broncos with the Bears offense, but as you can see, we're still gaining. We just gained 15 yards in that play with this run up the middle. Anyways, this play is absolutely very effective, and I just want to get another normal look, but they're just going to keep blitzing, and just to show you how badass this run is, we're still going to gain yards. So don't ever be scared to run this play. The next play we're going to cover is going to be the inside zone split, and because of all these plays being in your audibles, I'm not actually going to go back and pick them, but I'm just going to audible to them. The inside zone split, this is like a run play that we're going to mix in, and you can cut around a little more freely with. We're going to run this play when our opponent likes to crash extremely hard to the right side to stop our run for the 0-1 trap. But we also have the ability to send our tight end motion to the other side just to confuse our opponent and get the tight end closer to his block. This is definitely not the most effective run play, however it is necessary to have because it is a different blocking scheme than the 0-1 trap, which means whatever adjustment stopped one of the big runs from the 0-1 trap, it's probably not going to stop it from this play. So we're going to definitely have to use this sprinkled in. So how we're going to run this play is a little bit different. I like to cut it back right there. It didn't look so great on that formation, but I really do believe that's like the best way to run this play. And it'll be right there. Yep. We're getting a little slower reads or hop out of Howard's step right now, but this is the best way to run this. We're going to come right up that gap right there and take our 5 to 6 yards. This play doesn't mean you have to run it over there. The only reason I run it over here is because of the fact that all the 0-1 trap, you can't really move where the run's going. You have to take it where it's going, but this we can bring back over here and keep our opponent honest and not let him crash around. Plus, it's just our quick audible. Also, you can run this up the middle like that. This is just a good run to run when your opponent starts figuring out how to close in on the 0-1 trap. So, come through here. As you can see, it's just a little bit different. So if they're blitzing a different gap, let's say they're blitzing the right side of the field to stop the 0-1 trap. This is something we might bring out and go like this and run away from the blitz. You know, it's just pretty effective. Those two together are pretty dominant. Now the next play we're going to get into is going to be our complement to both the 0-1 trap and the inside zone split. This play simulates the same handoff that you see in those run plays. And this works best in the no huddle because if you're constantly gashing your opponent with the run, this is going to throw him off while he is already on his toes. Our adjustments here are going to be to smoke screen the X receiver and block the A tight end, and then we're just going to roll and make our reads. It's usually going to be a pretty quick read, and I forgot to mention, but the play is going to be on a PA slide. So again, we're going to smoke screen our X receiver and block our tight end. Now the reads right here, we're just going to look straight to X right now. He's our first read. We're going to take our 5 yards. This is just great because the reason why this PA play is so good is because if you look the way that he fakes the handoff is really similar to how it's actually hands it off in the 0-1 trap and inside zone split. And if we're running this up tempo the way it's supposed to be ran with our with keeping our opponent on their heels, he's not gonna have time to make the necessary adjustments to stop this, and he's not gonna know in his head whether or not you are actually running or if you're passing, which is the beauty of a play action, which is the whole point of it. It's a little different. Should have memorized a little bit earlier. Should stay in the pocket. So if they crash down on X, I'm really wishing my last video saved because for some reason I just got a lot better play calls out the computer, but whatever. So this is going to be an example of that too. We're going to be able to hit him for a bigger gain if they try to play underneath on that. And they're not going to be able to go to a Mabel on this. So you might say, well, what if they run a Mabel? What if they run both on this play? Yes, they're going to be able to stop this play with those adjustments. I mentioned that. Gosh damn it, couldn't get the ball. These aren't money plays that you can just run every play of the game. These are, when you mix them in, or when you mix the whole plays in the scheme that we're going to get to in, they can't just make those adjustments because they're going to leave themselves susceptible to every side of the field. This isn't a heavy one-sided of the field scheme. So again, come out here, make the read, boom, boom. You guys get the gist. You know what it is. We can't be touched. We're the Bears. You know, they're definitely unstoppable. Between me and you, I did pick the... No, I didn't pick the Bears today when I was betting. Never mind. So, again, this is how it's going to look. Something like that. You guys get the deal. So, the next play we're going to talk about is going to be the 4 verticals, another play in our audibles. And this is our play to hit the right side of the field with a bit of chaos. What we're going to do with this play is smart out route our A tight end and slant our Y slot receiver. We're going to roll out to our right and wait for Y to hit his open break. And this is a very effective play because it pulls the zones out of their assigned spots and forces them to go into a man-like coverage. Now, it's not going to look that way every single time we run this. It's actually, with the scheme being the way it is, we're actually going to look for our first read most often, which is going to be RB. And if we can hit our first read, we're going to take him. But if we can't hit our first read or we need a bigger play, we're going to have the people open in the back. So it's going to look something like this. This is what it's going to look like. So, see, we're going to look, oops, should have just stood in the pocket there. That's another thing to notice. If you really want to roll out, rolling out is your thing. I mentioned this in my other videos, but you might not have seen those. If rolling out's really your thing, you can go ahead and go like that and ID the mic over him. And then you're going to be able to roll out. What the fuck kind of defense is that shit? Anyways, you guys get the deal. So that's what we're going to do if you want to roll. If you don't want to roll and you want to sit in the pocket, you can also do that. And then just wait for him to come over, hit him, boom, good hit. I'm saying I could hit RB, but I wanted to go to Y there. I'm going to show you a perfect example of Y. We're going to look to Y. I can't roll out now. We got to hit RB. I should have ID'd the mic over there just so we could have picked up that blitz and been able to roll out and really gashed him. So I'm going to do that again. Audible this. Oops, totally fucking forgot. Throw it up. Okay. This video definitely not going as good as the last one did. I'm just going to leave it at that. So, here we go. ID him. Now this is what it's going to look like. And again, when you're quick hiking, you can hit RB. In a zone, Y is going to be the better option there. And man, I guess they're all options. I just really want to give you guys a good look of what you're actually going to see in game, because not a lot of people are running man this year because everybody knows how to beat man. So let's say something like this. This is a cover 2, whatever. I'll just ID the mic just for the sake of the video. You don't necessarily have to. Y is going to be open like that. Maybe set your feet a little bit more into less risky pass. Again, RB was open, and with this being such a quick scheme, I'm always going to recommend you take your first read. Like, take it no matter what if he's open, because that's just really the name of the game with this scheme, is to make your opponent not have time to react. We're just going to be trying to dot him up. Imagine we're in a no huddle right now. Could have hit RB. I don't know what the fuck is going on with these routes. It's kind of pissing me off. You just not be running that like a little flat route. Anyways, so you see, this is just like a quick thing. Like, we're going to be coming out here. Oh, we're going to be running the inside zone, for example. We're going to, or the O1 trap. Then we're going to come out here and we're going to hit him with a PA slide. We're going to smoke screen him, block him. Oh, wow, now he thinks it's a run. Oh, cool, hit him. Like, as you can see, you're just kind of spreading your opponent out really fast and keeping it up tempo and not giving him time to think. But the last play we're going to cover after the 4 verticals is going to be the double slants. And this is just another quick snap play to throw to your opponent really quick. It's very basic, yet very effective. And we're just going to go ahead and pick this, and we're going to put our A on a slant. Our A10 on a slant, and then we're just going to hit him ASAP if possible, and we're going to look to possession catch if possible. But that's up to you. This play is really going to know your opponent, but we're also going to have to pick who he uses each and every play. As you can see, that's how it's going to look. And we're just going to come out here and do it again. I forgot to put him on a slant. You can have other people though too. That's the beauty about this play. All of them are really going to be open. I just like to go to A because the slant is a lot quicker. And this isn't... I'm going to be really frustrated if I see people in the comments saying, whoa, you got to do this, stop this, is this. Yes, everybody knows you can stop every play in this, man. You can stop every fucking play in Madden. Everybody knows that, unless you're just a fucking scrub and you believe that there's a cheat code to every game. No, these are just plays that if you're running these plays up tempo really quick and they're all in your quick audibles, you're going to be able to come out here and just not let your opponent isn't going to know what you're doing. Like, you're going to be able to pick any one of these plays in the same no huddle sequence, and he's not going to be able to just make that adjustment and shut it down. If he starts pulling people off the line of scrimmage, oh, QB spies in order to fucking, sure, stop that quick slant, then we're going to do that, and we just gained 10 yards. Like, it's that simple, guys. Or 5 yards, what do we gain? Oh, he wants to crash to the right. We're going to come back on the left. It's going to look better in the game, obviously. And then, you know, everything in this scheme is just made to keep your opponent honest. We're just going to come through here and just keep him on his toes. Like, little things like that, not going to get the ball up, whatever. Like, this scheme is great when you're running it the right way. Not so great when you're running it like a traditional scheme, and a scheme that you would be trying to strategize and sit in all game. Like, that's not the scheme. Come out here, guns blazing, come on. So this scheme can help you score touchdowns when it is used effectively. Unlike my other schemes, this is not a scheme that is designed to just thrash your opponent all game. This is a scheme that can be run a couple drives out of the game in a no-huddle, up-tempo offense in order to frustrate your opponent. The idea behind this is that we do not want to give our opponent enough time to make the adjustments necessary to stop this scheme. I can't stress it enough. We have to keep our opponent on his toes. Now, this is your boy CY. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more schemes like this, drop a like. I'm probably going to cover this scheme more in depth for those that want to strategize and don't want to just run no huddle, and give you some other plays that are outside of the quick audibles. That just depends on the feedback of this video. If you guys are interested in seeing that, or if there's any other things that you might want to see in this game, any other playbooks you might want me to cover, anything, Let me know down in the comments. I will make sure 100% I get your video out.